Hello everyone, it's your favorite kind of punch, Mr.FalconPunch 996, back to bring you guys another video. And today I'm going to be doing a JOJO'S Bizarre Adventure anime related video. And what I'm going to be basically doing in this video is give you guys my quick thoughts on how the anime handled the first story arc of JOJO'S Bizarre Adventure, as well as just fanboy over the newest episode, the beginning of the second story arc of JOJO'S Bizarre Adventure. And I'm not going to be really fanboying over the episode, I'm going to be fanboying over my main man, Joseph fucking Joestar. Man, so far he's one of my favorite JoJo's in the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series, and I just love him. I mean, like, no homo, but Joseph Joestar is just amazing. But before, I start fanboying and all that shit, allow me to, just give you guys my thoughts on how the anime handled part 1 of the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series. And I have to say that it was handled actually pretty well, and I actually like the anime version of the first story arc, and I actually like it more than the manga version, surprisingly. And that is probably due to the pacing of the anime, because in the beginning I was complaining about the pacing. I said, I thought it was like, going a little too fast, but in the end, I actually really liked it, because as I said in the review I did for part 1 a while back, there's a lot of things I didn't really like part 1, and the anime, it went fast paced, so I didn't really have to, sit through and watch the entire story. It just went fast, it was to the point, and it was awesome. The pacing was actually pretty good. The art and the animation is awesome as well. I mean, the colors used in the series are really awesome. Also like how they had little sound effects going around. That's really cool. It really makes that manga come to life in the anime. Also, for some reason, I don't know, in the anime, they made Joseph Joestar look more badass than he was in the manga. I don't know why, but in my opinion, he's a lot more badass in the anime than the manga. Since, as I said in my manga review for part 1, I did kind of like Joseph Joestar, but there was a couple things that I didn't really like about him, but in the anime, he's just badass. And also, let's not forget about the opening and ending for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, since that shit is awesome. The opening is pretty cool. I love the animation during the opening, and I can't wait to see how the animation for the opening is going to be in part 2, since we're going to have to change the animation to make it relate to part 2. But the song is pretty awesome. I didn't like it at first, but I slowly got used to it, since if you read the lyrics to the song, it actually kind of fits JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And I really love the ending where like the singer of the song just like screams, he's like, JoJo, and like that stuff is just freaking beast. And the ending song is amazing. Like after I heard that song, I immediately, went and downloaded the actual song. And the actual song is actually like 8 minutes. So it's pretty long, but I love it, and I probably like listen to that song like every fucking day. And the song is just awesome. It's one of my favorite anime endings. There's only 2 bad things I can say about the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure anime and how part 1 was handled in the anime. And one, even though I did praise the pacing of the anime series, it was going really fast, the pacing did get in the way of some of the emotional scenes. I mean, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure really isn't a dramatic, emotional series, but it does have some dramatic and emotional scenes. But because of the super fast pacing of the anime, some of the death scenes that were in the first story arc were kind of rushed, and they just didn't have the same kind of impact as they did in the manga, which kind of sucks. And also, one thing is probably a major complaint, and that is the censoring of violence. I mean, I do realize this is an anime adaptation of a series, so obviously they are going to tone down some things, but I really do think they could have made the anime at least a bit more gory. I mean, come on, it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's a gory series. You can't censor it. That's like taking half the series away from it. That's like having, a Hellsing anime. You're not showing any blood. I mean, like, what the fuck? But the way part 2 looks, like, I don't know, the first episode, in my opinion, looked like they're using a little bit more blood. So hopefully this anime is going to be kind of like Hunter x Hunter, where in the first couple story arcs, they're just not going to use as much gore, but later on, they're just going to get super gory. So I'm hoping they're going to do that with that. And I also hope that, even though I do like the pacing I hope will slow down later story arcs, because I like the later story arcs. Like, I really like the later story arcs of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so I don't want them to go by too quickly because I just want to enjoy it. Especially how part 2 has never really gotten the anime treatment, so I just want, you know, the part 2 anime to, you know, to last as long as it can, since I really like that story arc. And now it's time to fanboy over episode 10. And like I said, I'm not just going to fanboy over the episode. I'm just going to fanboy over Joseph motherfucking Joestar. Dude's just awesome. I mean, he is awesome. He's funny. He's badass. He's awesome. He's really cool. I really like Joseph Joestar. I mean, from the first few minutes of the episode when he's introduced, you know, he's introduced like a total badass. And he made a Coca-Cola bottle into a dangerous weapon. I mean, that is some badass shit right there. And he broke a cop's finger with a Coca-Cola bottle. I mean, that scene was awesome. And my favorite scene, it was my favorite scene in the manga. It's also so far my favorite scene in the anime. And that is the scene where Joseph Joestar goes up to Straits and just like pulls out a Tommy gun and just starts wasting him. You know, he just starts shooting that Tommy gun in Straits. I mean, that scene was so badass. I mean, I remember when I first read that in the manga, I went back and reread it a couple times. In the anime, of course, I went back and rewatched it, and it was just awesome. Freaking love that scene. You know, Joseph Joestar for the win. And, you know, for you guys who are only watching the anime, just, you know, wait until later on, because he does some more crazy, insane, awesome shit later on. I also really like his voice actor. I mean, his voice actor is the same voice actor as Gintoki's voice actor. So, of course, I'm going to like him because Gintoki is, like, easily one of my favorite anime characters of all time. Like, he's probably, like, my #1, if not my #2 favorite anime character of all time. And at first, when I first heard he was being voiced by Gintoki's voice actor, I was, like, a little confused. Like, I wasn't sure if that was going to fit Joseph Joestar, but, you know, after watching the first episode of the new story arc, I have to say it fits pretty damn well. And I'm just glad they got him to voice Joseph Joestar. But anyways, you know, these are just my thoughts on the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure anime so far. If you've been watching the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure anime, you know, what do you guys think of it? Do you like it? Do you hate it? You know, comment below. Let me know. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, as well as subscribe to my backup channel, Mr.FalconPunch 9000. If you haven't done any of that yet, of course, I'm going to Falcon punch you guys in the face. So you better do it. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Joseph Joestar for the motherfucking win.